All right, guys, we are out here at Jorgensen, and we got slight wind gust. We got the rudder added on the back here, as you can see. Let's get out of the sun here, and I will demonstrate its rudder capability, so you can see it's definitely a rudder. We're gonna test it out today and see what we get. Added a 14-gram lead weight to the nose of it to offset this added weight on the tail, and we are flying with a 3S 1500 milliamp LiPo. So without further ado, let's get this baby up and get it going.
Timer 1 elapsed.
Yeah, let's reset the timer on here real quick. Sorry, guys. Reset.
Switch warning.
There we go. Reset the timer, and we're gonna get this baby up, and let's go. There it is. Nice little easy level takeoff there, and we are up in the air. There it is. Nice. We're just having a good time out here. Yeah, she flies good with the rudder, and you can see we're gonna use the rudder here. Here's the right rudder. Oh, sun. Left rudder. Yep, you can see it doing the slip there. Rudder turn right here. Here we go. Look how quick we can get this turn in here. So we definitely have smoother turns now using the rudder. Yeah, much better. Much better. Birdie's going in for a landing, but it was nice to get some flight time. So yeah, this thing flies super smooth. I'm gonna try to get kind of a low pass in here. I mean, it flies amazing with the rudder on the back here. Here it is. I mean, it turns so level. Look at this. Look at these turns.
2 minutes.
We're just flying it low and sexy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a little wobbly there. Yeah, I guess we can't. It flies weird when you get too low to the ground. I mean, we were battling a crosswind, full rudder with just barely a little aileron there, and you can see it's pointing your nose in the way that you want to go. It's kind of a flat turn. The sun is getting me, so I'm gonna have to face more this way, because it's harder for me to see. Here we go. And we got the 40-30 gym fans on there. Oh, we were only flying at about 20% throttle. So with the 40-30 gym fan biblade on there, 20% throttle. I'm at about 40% now. It's 40% throttle right here.
30, 29,
Oh.
28, 27,
I think we only had a 3-minute timer set.
24, 23, 22,
But it looks sick.
21, 20, 19, 18,
Nice
17,
turns
16,
here
15,
with the
14,
rudder.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
I'll
8,
get in there and trim it
7,
out a little better in
5,
FPV, but I think it's
4,
handling well with that
3,
crosswind.
2,
The wind is blowing directly at us, so it is battling a crosswind straight over us. Turns are really sharp. I think we are slightly tail heavy as well. Even with that 14 gram weight in the nose, I feel like we're still a little tail heavy. Because we're at our CG, we're on the back of that pull tab handle for the hatch. We are bouncing at the very back of that. So we'll go ahead and bring it in for a crosswind landing here. There it goes, 0 throttle. Nice. Not bad at all. Rudder works excellent, as you guys can see. And I'm going to get some FPV flying in now. Okay, so now we have added 4. I think we might just be too light. We might just need to add the 3S 2200 in there. But for right now, we've added 4 14 gram weights onto the nose. Let's go ahead and get her up and try it out. Leaning a little. There we go. Let's go up. We almost hit a stall there. We're not trimmed out, but we're a lot better. And our rudder's pulling us one side. How's it going? I'm flying right now. No, he just left. No, this is electric. No, they're all electric. Yeah, everything was electric. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's almost straight. It needs a lot of trim. We're getting there though. There it is, look at that. Look at that. It just hovers. We need a lot of right. dead level here. Sick. We're at about 40% throttle there. And because of it being 18 mile per hour wind gusts, it's just hovering. It feels a lot more comfortable now. It was getting squirrely at points, but now it's a lot more flyable. Definitely helps having a rudder on the back. Look at that. Flies really good. So we had it too light. It's kind of a double-edged sword because having it super light, it has a long glide time and a lot of efficiency. And now we've weighted up with probably around 60 grams of weight or more when you add the rudder and the lead weights I've had to add in. So it's definitely a lot more heavier, but it's withstanding this wind. And the rudder is keeping the nose pointed in the right direction. So we did get it trimmed. And these are 0 rudder turns here. I'm not using the rudder at all. I'm just turning with just the ailerons. So there's a slight stabilization. We got the radio link Vibe A in there, so it's doing just a little bit of rudder inputs just to keep our nose in the right area or right direction. And yeah, pretty happy with that. I think we're ready for FPV. For sure. Flying like a dream now. There it is. This is 50% throttle right here, and it's flying very natural even with all this wind. So you'll be able to see in the goggles. Uh-oh. We almost hit stall. We almost hit the stall speed. I had to gas it up. So it's fast though, 3S. Definitely, yeah. So because it's windy, I'm now at about 70% throttle. We're just over 50, and she's flying like a dream now. I mean, we are really good. So because of the wind, we are having to use more throttle, but earlier when it was less wind, we were flying it at about 20% throttle, 20 to 30%. And we're able to maintain altitude and speed and all of that. But because we're windy now, it is requiring a little bit more throttle. Feels like it's at a stall speed. So yeah, let's give it full power here. There's full throttle. Back it off. Still not using the rudder yet. Just allowing it to kind of do its own thing here. Now here's the rudder. Slight rudder, full rudder. Look how sharp the turn is with the rudder. I mean, you could really yank with the rudder. Knife edge with the rudder. Where basically I held the rudder the opposite direction of the ailerons and knife edge it. Oh yeah, look at that. You can't do that without a rudder. So definitely guys, add a rudder to this thing. There's no way to really run the rudder wire through the tube without you losing your structural rigidity of that tail. So I tried it and I couldn't. I ended up tossing the stock screws that came in it, and I put some longer screws in there, and then I kind of forged it with super glue. So this thing's doing really good. I think we'll come in for a landing, and we probably will still be at like 70% battery. I mean, this is super efficient. Can't wait to put a DJI unit in here and get some really nice footage. But she flies super locked. Let's get our right turns. We've been doing all left turns here, so we'll drop some right turns in here. Full rudder. There we go. And it, because it's a twin, it has that motion where it wants to correct itself, but the nose stays exactly where you want it. And if you put the rudder in the opposite direction to do the turn, then you have the knife edge. I mean, a perfect knife edge there. So we'll go ahead and bring this thing down. The wind is kind of on and off gust. Sometimes it's gusted, sometimes it's not. I mean, you can see the flag over there. So we're gonna bring it out, and then we're gonna bring it back in. Here we go. Throttling down. Still throttle on, just barely 30%. Yeah. So you got to stay with this weight. We don't have the cruise that we used to have. It falls pretty fast now because we added, 60 grams of weight to it. But before we added all, so that's something you got to think about. Before I put the glider on there, it balanced perfectly with just the 1500 milliamp 3S without adding any weight, and it glided for a long time. Now it seems like I don't have a glide. It seems like I have to stay on the throttle. So I guess that's a good thing for landing, because now you can let off your throttle, just only a few feet in front of you, and it will drop right at where you want it. But I feel like you may be losing a little efficiency.